The difference between success and failure are almost exactly the same. And so the energy you put into becoming successful is the same for failure. So do not give up, for success is near. Say na memo akwaba diaba diasporan struggles. Jumedia ewo YouTube channel your friend no true show ho iso. Edi kan no mechia your subscribers nyina na masrese mo amon subscribe ye no monko subscribe maye. Afi se wo business bi na pese e bo ho daru mawa. Your contact info e 443-881-5588. Afi so bi di ni birthday ana se odofo bi di ni birthday na pese e wishing happy birthday mawa. Offer your contact info 443-881-5588. Yebe wish edi ama. Your friend me Efia Sapon. Mi bonkum sui eye Nana Jedu. Ena ene your special guest obe church afa senye ye todan and I say all you need to know about buying a house no. Or a very special person, your friend no, Mrs. Abena Apia. And inti yenche hono ye de nkomo no ehhehye so ano. And inti Nana Jedu ene wo bibi mayana.
Emse wo kasa no. Emse wo ka bibi kakra se ene nkomo a ye betwetwe no. Ye be kasa fa ekwan a ye beto edan ewo US ha. But eso sign ebe banfaso ama efifo so because bebre obi ho a na adwen so we bi a ade a na video ya ekoidie me nya mfaso bi a wom because me tigana me hwe nyina na enim se betu kwan time ni dura na otu kwan a eso be banfaso ama information dey so wo ana wo knowledge a power intimi stress say we feel baby bia we find yourself bia no say we take video yi serious na wo hwe na wo tie na wo comment na wo like na wo share amae kakra metimi aka no
edasi so yenche hono you be welcome your special guest Mrs. Abinapia. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay. And then your baby Sal say, can you tell us about yourself and what you do?
Okay. So, hello everyone. My name is Abena. I commonly go by Realtor Abena. I'm a realtor in Columbia, Maryland, but I work primarily in Baltimore County, Anne Arundel County, Howard County, PG County, all over, helping make home buying a reality.
Okay.
That's basically what I do.
Okay, so without wasting my time, we're going to get into the conversation about, all you need to know about buying a house. And your baby say, before I will be taking decisions, I will be told is there something you have to do before I will be taking decisions? I will be told.
Okay. So, I have a presentation at Multimedia Chair, but to answer the question, the first thing to do is to save for a down payment.
Okay.
Let's start with the presentation.
Okay.
I have a first-time home buyer presentation that I would like to walk everybody through. So, I guess we're here. Okay. So today's objective is working with the realtor, like myself, working with the lender. Once you get a house that you like, the contract to close process. I will then talk about evaluating your needs, but today we won't get into that because this is not that forum. And then figure out a game plan. So in working with the realtor, right, really the 10 steps to owning a home. The first one starts with you save for a down payment. Create a budget. The bank wants you to ideally put down minimum of 3%, ideally 20% of the purchase price. Okay. So budget and save for your down payment. Okay. The second one is to know your credit score.
Okay, so before you move on, Yana odi china frafra. Okay. And down payment we between kakra because
okay.
Obi ho on tiasie.
Okay, down payment. You find say a dine Albertono a year 100,000. And kaumbenya ka the perfect situation no o the 20% nebeto dynasty of that 100,000. So 100,000 no 20% of that no $20,000 is what the bank a person would be share a dynasty at all because who say udo ho ahemu the likelihood say ubetwe ho afrim no is low in the sense say be foreclosure it will sika komo a untwi wo ho afrim it would the 20% shemu a your be private mortgage insurance fan charge you and so the 20% to one you're good untwi private mortgage insurance the less you put down the more mortgage insurance you will pay. It's with the 20%, and that's why I say, no, you be trim amount. But you can do as little as 3%. If you say, Danny, 100,000, ube to me the 3,000 at once. If you to me, you say, won't me fast share into us here. But because of one could share mono, it beg cost more. Yes. So that's that one down payment. Then know your credit score. Credit score, no, ubetimiato as low as 580, but it will cost you a lot. Purchasing at 580, mortgage insurance na mekano, you want to get above 640. Unya bro 640, the mortgage insurance will be lower, and no, like the interest rate will be lower. Minimum of 580, ubetimiato, 640 should be your target. Anything above 680 is great. Interest rates in Bible form, mortgage insurance in Bible form, affordability becomes better.
Okay, I heard you mention interest rate. Interest rate, you know, because I know say they can give you as low as one. I don't know. What do we have? Like a kwakosi say.
They see the one they trim.
Oh, okay.
They said it 6.5, 6.7%.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Pre-COVID, COVID by, you know, right after COVID, interest rate dropped to like 1.99. But now with inflation, the Feds are trying to correct itself. We're at 6.5, 6.9. So credit score, you could be as high as 7.8. But so credit score, ubitmenya base 6.2. It's this idea. Those that bought around COVID time and a little bit before COVID time, but right now their interest rates are high. But on that token, no, back in 1989, that interest rate is 18%.
Oh wow!
Yes, so 6.5 is still relatively low.
Okay.
You do double digits, man. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now, mami, en fire kwe chikakra. Say we kasa no ka bibi fa credit score eno na ye be hyase no me di kan say baby a wo bia memfa ne say woni US a enti topic ya ye kan wasemi enye important credit score na wo kan no very 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 important enti no obia e wo wadwenem say wo pese wutu kwan menim say Ghana de e wo ye nyina adwem say pese tu kwan obia majority intimate say utu kwan a sesia mfaso bakwa yedi kanya wa ha ne say baby obe find yourself be ekro bi obe find yourself in bia no e say o hwe credit score eyi because ebe boa e wo abrabo
enye ne baby say Mrs. Abnam na cheche credit score nim kakra because obi ate mfanso obi Ghana wati sesia but onim ade potia eye no anso onim say credit score. What is credit score?
Okay. Credit score, a barometer is as low as 300 and as high as I'm say 850 is the highest also somewhere there.
Okay.
Banks use to gauge how responsible oye wisika.
Okay.
Edana betono untone cash. Obi na di ni sika amount. Eti ye pesi ye hu se na wo use sika. Eti your credit score so yama obi amount sika da. Yemfa say credit card bi amount sika da. No one sheni ya o score no be from.
Okay.
What tokada one sheni ye one tiani kaye ebeko from. It's almost a SAS score no near determine say o de ye mouse sika untimi hwe so ye nti I will say a charge you because say untimi hwe sika so ye no.
Okay.
I will say who pay for that. It the what ye ni bibia pepe o tiani credit card on time otua ne car note on time, or nyoma call collections, the score were high. But the one tua nyoma ye late payment, ne nyoma or score were low. Inti ba se obeto dying and as okoto car, your interest rate no ebe will higher and you will pay more.
Okay.
So it's just a way. Ghana poke was because that's how they can judge and say how responsible you are.
And I can be boss or my nipa so be shade sika so what I say because nipa one day be a kase ho kire but ebi so ana e kwan e fa so use sika no and also so e ka ho na ho kire so ye dey e wo ho nti ni se na waka no se minim se daache mpanyifo ebetu ho anamo na sa nyoma mu nyina aba nti ni se obetimi ato aso ama e wo o presentation na se ne be do ba bi na question wo ha na dey abebo.
Okay, see, I think say Mijano will save for your down payment. If you are and know your credit score and Americano, you want to target for at least 640. Unya 640 ebeboa. Below 640 it will cost you more.
And tonight's a credit score no. I will say unya 640. Because okay 640 first, me my dream say sika was unya no.
Debbie.
But a credit score.
Okay. Credit score no ideally 640 ebeboa.
Okay.
But say below 640 the loan will be more expensive.
Yes,
but yeah, the loan be more dear, but more expensive.
Okay. Yes, broker. Bet me as low as 580. Or bet yama, but private mortgage insurance no, they were very high.
And you know, this bring me to my question now I'm campusing Bissau. Do you advise you go with a broker than bank? And I say which one? Is it vice versa or which one?
It depends on the economy situation, right? Se nipa na opese auto dino, the credit score nye broker na bitima boa. But so credit score ideally banks will be the best.
Okay.
Banks or more guidelines are more strict. A broker bitimi akas aji or 6-month working history abwa wato dine.
Oh.
Bank per 2 years.
Okay, because I experienced this. That's why I'm asking this question. When I try to buy a house, now Makotna Ghana for 8 months. And to me buy and I'm say a year after or so, or a year and some months after, and I'm yes, I'm a todine. I didn't have any idea. Sir, I was working consistently in one particular job for 2 years.
Yes.
Won't me in changing in between jobs, cry
for the banks.
Yes. Inti me bank and me bank with no or more approval me for a loan. But after you scrutinizing many are the nafe woman who say they can go with me. Inti no or say me cranam my dream say a dynamic team tokura afi na me bemo bu afi me realtor no and a catch him say or the me call baby. To the me call one it made it so simple you me no say see as obi told I no be some the make us go with broker. But what do you think? Which one is better?
Mimi den so biba me hwa me do call bank my bank and I'm do call me broker.
Okay.
Now mama says what it would be the best product for you because big banks omo no more programs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Omo no be ma 7,500 to purchase. Omo no be ma 10,000 to purchase. Broker no ni be. Yes, big banks know the money and the funds to help you. Broker no they work for themselves.
Okay.
A broker will find a way to get you the house.
Okay.
So beton ni ti din or be finding a way to get you the house.
Okay.
As long as say or minimum of 580 credit score. Banks will not do it for you.
Okay.
Because
my credit score too was good. So
but so say na you about rector ekano. So say bank don't pay consistency. So what I say, we score you good, we score you bad, no pay for 2 good years.
Okay.
So what I say, no be you the sika dia boa or funds no, but per idea ye valid. So what I say, yes we be I say my credit score ye 80. Now we near Juman to us to see no, e ba now start say monthly, we be tia or mortgage. Now tia baku mienu miensa, now we near Juma bi na kate offer. O credit score you a untimi interest ka no so what I say aha ntimi pese obuto aso se na ebe ya ye be call next way no.
Okay. And so from when you know unimo credit score I know what finding a real estate agent it's best to sell better agent and son or be call bank because agent no na ebe try say way ni na beboa because that's our job is to get the best product for you. Ufani agent then we'll get you a pre-approval na be try say okay ubetimi ato dying up to 500,000 Not one agents not work it say okay 500,000 no mean pay mortgage of you find say 3,000 no now you start searching from there. So number 6 we will come to you will make an offer. You make an offer on the house I will pay. Number 7 you have a home inspection. And then I nobody a home inspection to make sure say everything are you okay with the purchase that you're making. Number 8 you get an appraisal. Part of the home purchasing process and they say the bank will send somebody to come and look at the house to determine if the house is truly worth their auto. The Danny would open so ton for 800. Not so be appraising the barber is 600 at omonto. They will only buy it for what it is worth. That's the appraisal process.
Okay, and I just want to ask the question here. And if I say seller na turn down be and say 500 and yeah appraiser no it only worth 400. Now in this way how do they work it out?
Ideally then was say edusa no seller no also take dinosaur to the 400 maybe more ding or because open 500 when you own ton. So it all depends on the situation, how desperate it is that the seller wants to sell.
Okay,
but most of times on betiso.
Okay,
if on person motoma.
Okay,
yes.
Okay.
So that's that. And then after the home appraisal, number 9 you close the sale, and then number 10 you move in. So that just moves that. So the next thing on the next slide, what's going on? All right, my goals with you as a realtor, but we can skip that and just go right into the benefits of owning a home. When you own a home, there's happiness and there's joy. You take care of it. You feel a sense of pride. Say, I own something. That's something that I think money can replace. And then there's tax savings. One of my favorite things. The interest you get to claim it on your taxes.
Okay.
So as a single person that has a good job, the best way to save on your income taxes is to own a house.
Okay.
So the interest that you're paying on the house, you get to claim it so that you don't pay as much. And the same goes for married couples. And whatever interest you're paying, you give it to your accountant at the end of the year. They will claim it. They will put it on your taxes, and you get it back as a credit.
Okay, I have a question here. So I own a house, but me taxes are insignificant to me.
Okay, now you know an accountant because either I'm not an accountant, so I can't say. So maybe you claim it too much at work, and that's what's balancing it off. You're probably claiming it high, but I'm your accountant. But that's a very good question to ask your accountant. I know a very good accountant. I know several accountants. It's my connected with.
Okay,
my brother's
I
accountant.
can try them. Yeah, I can try them and see if it can make a difference. Because one thing they say, one accountant catch me say a number of years now my only house and so counts.
The first year, Crampo net, the biggest write-off. The first year, but I don't want to say the because the accountant
never say I have to change.
Yeah, I'm say asomya waka I'm say sisi ano ye wo kruma no awoma nyame adaroma nyame aboa amoma timi atodan no ebia bebre su bewo issues wo sa tax a year wo kan enti no sisi ano ye nyina so ehu se sa wo oni dan a at the end of the year no o file taxes a obetimi claim ne back.
Yes.
Enti ya yimbusa omo file taxes ne man no ya accountant no na yimbusa mu ne hunu senior ebesiako. Okay.
So then after tax savings, your appreciation. Auto dino for you say 200,000 this year. 3 years from now, our neighbors add ton for 300,000. $100,000 na bedaso. That difference no your equity. Oh dear. It's na ton usikano. You will get your money back. The odashimo plus some more. So that's one of the best reasons that you should own a house.
Okay, so before you move on, I want to ask you a question that it's been going on in my head for a while. So I've heard a lot of people talk about buying a house and the responsibilities that comes with it, you know, and then they are scared to buy a house because they think, say, too many responsibilities. Bibi say we dine one was so ye, and I had done so the case bibi say uma and easy say we fix it. Ebia I dare to open our physical be cost over $5,000. And you know, on to me fancy can go to dine. no wasa edi no 5,000 because quite recently my cousin bought a house and she's talking about the fixing it alone is costing her about over 50,000 already. And she's not even done with, fixing everything yet. And, in this case now, people are hearing stories like that and it's scaring them from buying a house. Obi across say, I did be fixing apartment or cinema, be fixing man.
Okay.
What can you say to discourage sick people from thinking that way? Because me told them who's and for so pa.
Yes. Okay. A ban say no ma be say ya. Me bo be told dan ansa no be to akodan no. Me man to free be home warranty.
Okay.
A home warranty will cover everything in the house except for the roof.
Okay.
It is a BB say ya ubetua or deductible.
Okay.
Deductible say most of them are $100 on ba be. So many people anya on be sika say fire na eno aboa. But it comes to say being discouraged, baby I will know oh hein utu sika out me. Utu sika out. Yes, utu egu. It is say oh dear now fix ya wa wo betua wo hu dachi. What you say? It's an investment.
Because so told na no be am say what's na mu 10 years to toma we say nya usika nyina back. Okay. And there's one thing about doing refinance. I quite remember say I've done I think 1 or 2 refinances and I have something back. So me today nim so me timi say yes kakra say free.
Yes.
And I feel so apartments and one thing is apartment there be a cost. But what today ma we crab it me a low one. That's what I know. Is that true?
Very true. Okay, now they say you work 6% interest rate, You find say in the next 2 years, BB see na interest rate in sa conform beam.
Okay.
We bet me refinance it. It's you find say 6% interest rate in our down no. We refinance it to you find say 4%. We down can be phone.
Oh wow.
And as a whole pa, it do refinancing time now. What my catch a bank say if I so be a dasono. Met me add Jessica into my own pocket.
Okay.
And now
yes.
It when it comes to refinance, only were 2 ways of refinancing. You will rate and term. Ube to rate in so, ube to term so. And now bet me Jessica free a dining a show.
But your rate and terminal.
Okay, rate and term nature says you see our rate now dynasty is 6%.
Okay.
Rate na yeninam 4%.
Okay.
Upe so 6% about 4%. No what say 30 years I bet to swap about 20. Udie here skebia wo upe so o dine kan so keke and only rate and term.
Okay.
But so upe so ye cash out refinancing. So 4% na ka benya no ombe to so akọ 5%. But sika fa so be that no beti ma je wade ahye
me lie money ho won me lie e de magia se mbutu asa nti be wudi eda de ni rate no magia se mbutu but say you na fa so either rate time and I say cash
na say cash nso be di amana
laja
be di amana it is a woje term fan say 30 years na wo so tua na say what year about 20 years at 10 years no we try free so
but when you say
now for this kind of show one
the feeling is one time.
Okay.
Feeling is one time.
What's the any but me found the
yeah money flow na yeah content
enti equity in the maka ho asem ne wo roots or dan you have like set roots say it's roots that you have in the neighborhood. And then education research shows say before more dying, their children are most likely to graduate from college. This is what the research says.
Okay.
All right. So then let's go to the next slide. What is going on? All right. So then let's talk about the real estate market. All right.
Okay.
There's 3 general types of real estate markets. You have a buyer's market, seller's market, and a neutral market. A buyer's market is when there are more houses out there than there are buyers.
Okay.
That's not the current situation.
Okay.
We are currently in a seller's market. There are less houses for the amount of buyers. Rent, I had a guy call me the other day. His rent has increased by $500.
Oh.
So in a situation like that, he's aggressively looking to buy a house.
Oh, okay.
So the seller's market, there's in the seller's market, there's more buyers than there are sellers. So the sellers have an advantage. It is alternative. There will be at least 5 to 10 people looking to buy their house. So the sellers have an advantage.
Okay.
In that market, there's multiple offers. Properties are going under contracts. They're dining at nice in a nice neighborhood in Ibibia. In under 5 days to 4 days, it's sold.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
Because now my dream say we person turn they be DBA months or years.
No. And no dear.
Okay.
No. The way in Nyoma Kono, houses are selling very quickly.
Okay.
So the next slide, we're going to talk about protecting your interests. When you, the difference between a buyer's agent and a seller's agent, depending on the side that I'm working on, a buyer's agent protects the interests of the buyer.
Okay.
I say that because some people think deal if they work with the seller. No, seller's agent, all protecting the seller.
Okay.
Or budget the buyer's commission and the seller's commission and all buyer, because at the end of this, let's go to the next slide. There's no cost to you as the buyer when you're purchasing.
Okay.
The seller is the one that pays the buyer's commission.
Oh.
So the only thing that is charged to the buyer is something called a flat fee, which is $4.95. Most brokerages will charge. So it costs you nothing. It's also new construction crown. Some people think that if I go there, I work out something. No, you pay nothing. The builder, the seller pays the buyer's agent's commission.
Oh.
It's at no direct cost to you.
Okay.
So then we'll go to working with the lender, right? So when you're working with the lender, you're free to be pre-qualification and pre-approval. When you get a pre-qualification,
is there a difference?
Yes.
Okay.
Pre-qualification, the lender doesn't really verify everything. Or should so at the surface, on deep.
Okay.
Okay, wait me by yes, me person me told dying. Oh, your friend was saying we are that's it. That will get you a pre-qualification.
Okay.
But a pre-approval, lender nebeje will W-2s, or beje will tax forms, or beje will bank statements, or beje will BBR to make sure say ampa ubetimi atodine, and you have been verified and done something. Let's go to the next slide, which is called DU underwriting. When you're getting pre-approved, they'll check your driver's license, your social security card, everything to make sure to do what's called a decision underwriting. Underwriter processing to make sure
okay.
everything about you is legit.
It is an normal background checks ni bibiana.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Almost sure will be in terms of say, have you been working here for 2 years? Will statement or bank statements is consistent. The same money is coming in. Your W-2 is the same money. They're looking for consistency.
Yeah.
And no man is this month.
In this case, no bankers and any brokers no the same thing.
Only the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Until who the na wo kase mrebi. Near say 1 year adwuma 2 years until Oma approval no sa underwriters no
but broker ne de oye maame
say no kase you will pre-approval and you will approval na kasa.
Okay.
My suspicion would then say omo ji onyoma but man fan komu deep omo shey omo fan koma underwriter
what you say
almost ka some the man underwriter
and say if you do underwriter no thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
What you say? So no dey ohwe the surface because ono ndo su kosa. Ohwe ani also we dey work qualify and yes na tie dey fa we ma me na me fa koma underwriter no. Nti e call no ho na sort na make no. Aha na fe dey say ade we enye clear my. Nti ne ya approve na enye den. Sanity.
Okay. Okay,
so then we'll go to the next slide, which talks about the types of loans. So there's generally 4 types of loans out there. You have VA loan, USDA loan, FHA loan, and conventional loan.
Okay.
VA loan is only for vets or you're military affiliated. That's the one that you qualify for. It's the best loan product. 0% down. Closing cost is you pay a little closing cost, but it's not that much. Okay. And then we have USDA loans. USDA loans on the you don't put much down, but this area we don't qualify for a lot of USDA loans. Also quite cheap, like rural areas, Salisbury and like deep in Anne Arundel County. Asana Albania those loans.
No, but reason tia how they qualify. It's
just a more map. Almoche said this area qualifies for USDA loan. Is to develop the rural areas. But farming is more prevalent. Like it's not any chrome.
No, I say like be a sika or the kosher dan musha na say and only yet tini many be free or mudini.
USDA no according to say omo person mu develop area or any chrome. You don't have to put a lot of money. You don't have to put anything down.
Oh wow.
Yes, 0% down USD.
Maybe I'm campaign.
So on say anything in developed countries, policies or what a bois. Say Ghana no, ye feel ne beka say baby e krase. It will be a person be krase. Be a person cook room kotoda. It at the end of the day, asase back we work room, na nipa be 5 and ato na we court. So what I say, but we na aban ne tenase. Okay. Ye bi nipa bi be kwatiri. And am say free ho obeba krum abeto ade ne nase for inconveniences intino. Ade we ya krum ni benya no, ye de beche no. So what I say na be attention so be ko ho. Na ho no so timi ade. Develop.
Okay, to be loans and also for soldiers near Adenana.
Yes, Omonkwan a bit mianji.
Oh,
yes, just for soldiers. Yes.
Okay. Because and then if you're related to a soldier, can you get a VA?
Near Nema. That's it.
Oh,
but sir, Ninya de.
Okay.
So how do it's a extended family name? Bah, Kuntana. Me mami ni abane wan and yejuma.
Okay. So then
we need to become me mami ni adamfo wafa. Oh, not in the Tifie keke. No more one area and yejuma wa ha.
All right.
And yeah, we'll call the next two most common one, yeah, FHA and conventional. FHA is actually the most common one will be used to because it's easier to qualify. Or more guidelines for qualification is very easy. You can do FHA as low as 580.
Okay.
Credit score requirement is lower.
Okay.
But then the next best loan product, in my opinion, is conventional.
Okay.
I know there are more credit score requirements. It's a little higher.
Okay.
Conventional, you can go as low as 640, but it will cost you. Ideally, conventional, you want to be at 680.
Okay.
More down payments, so you do conventional at 3%, but then you have to make sure say your credit score is high. With my conventional 5%, and also you're better.
Okay.
So those are the two most common. The reason why I'm in conventional is say conventional utia dino to 20% of the home value. What to me for bank no catch on say metia dino. I think say I now have 20% equity. On baby year appraisal. On me appraisal no who say I'm part over 20% equity. Some mortgage insurance now utia busumi biano. On be taken away. It will be taken off the loan.
Mpacho, a small Canadian family hope and maybe some question. Because me to dino. Na banker omo approve me no say ombema me FHA. But when I ended up with broker no ono afi 10-year conventional mami. I was a first time home buyer all right, but on mami conventional. Na omo so say first time home buyer cry you can get a conventional loan. But me kwa na me wango because that's what I was told tineshe mitiri. But oye mami na mze wow and I was maybe being lied to or something. Unti omo ye mami. But say see woka say utimi free bank ne ka say I think send me what 20% equity, right? I didn't know that. Yes. You know, throw more light on that.
Okay.
I think so,
oh yeah. The fan say for to make the math easy, may use 200,000. Uto dino for 100,000. Now see I would share to like 80,000.
Okay.
Is it see equity that's on 20,000.
Okay.
We share neighbors need to turn for like 120, 150. They see our equity new Utimi Fair Bank, you know, tell them, say, you believe, say, equity new fee. But wait to your appraisal, 550 to 600. On Beshana, so what? We show mortgage statements out. We share mortgage insurance every month, 100 to 200. On the year frame. So you save that.
It will see okay.
Yes.
So for that's a power for that such an information.
Yes. So with conventional is the only one you can do that for. FHA, you cannot take off the mortgage insurance.
Oh.
So when I'm working with somebody, I try to push them into a conventional loan. FHA, okay. Eventually, you can refinance to conventional. But the end of the game is you always want to go conventional.
Okay.
All right. So that's actually what the next slide shows. That putting down 5% on the house, what mortgage insurance will cost you. So on this slide, you know, it shows that 5% down mortgage insurance in this scenario is like $100. 20% down, so $100 known to you. So the first 5% in our made channel. The Nipa drew 20% of the equity. Yeah, we bet me fair bank no refinance and tell them, and then that will save them that $100 a month.
Okay.
All right. So that's that. Let's go to the next slide. So after you put in for mortgage application, you do not want to change bank accounts. You don't want to make any major purchases. You don't want to make any major deposits. You don't want to put your name on any credit cards for anyone. Foul ding will be to anything until after all these things, until after you collect your keys to the house. Then you can
over stressing on that time.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. What will be atoka? What will be atodying? The responsibility falls on you as well.
Okay.
Nipa na nhwe ya eyowoka.
Okay.
Nipa na nhwe ya eboa. Enti so beto dan and now say you in the process of buying a house. Men yet sanyomano until after you have purchased the house, if you choose to.
Okay.
All right, because you find so the application now too. Then you go and put your name on an application for your cousin. None underwriting they can turn down your loan.
Okay.
Because now you have a new loan product on your credit profile.
Oh wow.
That will bring down your debt to income ratio.
Okay.
Right.
And then it's all bia so okay.
So while you're in the purchasing phase, keep everything on you still. May I tell my clients say, "Ube to be borrow $100 on credit tap for loan officer no."
Okay.
Anything you're going to do no because me pass him. Me pass you drew the finish line, not something pops up.
Okay.
So that's
teacher say won't mean spend it over 100.
That's just me being very cautious.
Oh. Okay.
Yes. Me per se obako used to be affecting the credit profile.
Okay.
Into friend me the catch us a friend busan say me to way. Is it okay?
Na mpanse me koto ade nso na me cash koto.
Oh, cash day okay.
And
yeah, credit na America.
Mpanse wo credit card ni ko twi.
Yeah, so no credit because of the score ne.
All right. But cash and so say me ko year from me bank and no reflecting in.
David.
All right.
I mean, so if you're in,
also I want a little confusing thing and person or explaining who you.
So if you're in, so your loan is being processed. Now we use free one. Underwrite it me busa. So what was that for?
Oh. So say no we have withdrawals have big money. So we use kakasia.
Okay.
Okay. So then we'll go to the next slide that talks about factors that affect mortgage rates. Well, mortgage rates, could be affected by the length of time. 15-year mortgage interest rate can be a little higher than a 30-year.
Okay.
The type of loan product, your credit score, inflation, all these things shown here all affect the type of rate that you will get.
Okay.
So then let's go to the next slide. Why is this? Okay. All right. Oh, let's go backwards. All right. So closing costs. This is the one thing that I think beats up most people in purchasing a house. Obiya nim down payments. But about closing costs that almost shedan tiase.
Oh.
Closing costs is about.
You say more canning in Abu Mana.
It's two different things.
Because me told any day, how catch him say your kodru hono, omo check back up and the whole thing was together. So
I see.
I didn't even say be a closing cost in down payment in yeah, intimate in abo.
Okay. So close what kind of side there? Yes, ni na boom.
Okay.
But so to Diane, you want to save say 3.5% for down payment and up to 4% for closing costs.
Okay.
Closing costs, it covers transfer taxes, it covers appraisal, it covers title insurance, it covers various things that can put it around 4 to 5%. Now, you can pay for your closing costs using your 401k, your savings, and in some situations, you can ask the seller to pay your closing costs.
Okay.
And yet, say, like if it's new to market, will be say, "Buame." With the closing costs. It has to be a house that's been sitting for a long time. So closing costs, the seller can pay up to 3% for conventional, up to 6% for FHA.
Okay.
But for the seller to do that, is usually in a desperate situation.
Oh, okay.
That is when they can offer to pay some of your closing costs.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
All right. So then let's go to the next slide, which talks about the important terms to know in purchasing. The appraisal is the first thing. Appraisal is the value of the home. The appraiser is going to come and tell you, say, is worth 200,000, or if it's not. Closing costs is.
No boy be am 200,000. Appraiser never say a dino bono a fatano. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because what they'll do is they'll check the area. Generally 1 mile, sometimes half mile radius, depending on the area, to say, the diagnosis, a 2-bedroom, how many 2-bedrooms in the area are selling for this price?
Okay.
In the same condition. To determine, say, this house is worth that much.
Okay. Okay.
And then the third term is credit score. We all know about that. Down payment, we've covered that. And then mortgage rate, that is dependent on your credit score. Pre-approval letter, inspections, equity, and so forth.
Then house inspection and so no. Say apart from down payment and closing cost, is there other expenses that young cover?
Okay, so that's the next slide.
Okay.
It's like you're reading my mind.
Okay.
So this is my favorite slide. It's called Let's Talk Money. So you're trying to say you want to purchase a house that's $400,000.
Okay.
You should have ready in your pocket, in your account, $5,000 before you even start looking at house.
Okay.
Why is that? But when you're in the offer process, the 1% of the purchase price, but something called earnest money deposit.
Okay.
Earnest money, 1% of $400,000 is $4,000.
Okay.
Then you have your home inspection. Home inspection, radon, termite can range between $500 to $700.
Okay.
And then appraisal. Appraisal can run between $500 to $700. So altogether, you need to have to get started, to start looking at homes,
Wow.
$5,000 ready if you're looking to purchase a house around $400,000. All right. So then this gets to my last slide where we basically talk about the whole process all over. To purchase a home, you need to consult with an agent.
Okay.
You get pre-approved. You start shopping. Then you find an ideal home. I love the word ideal because there's no such thing as perfect house.
Yeah.
Just a wild basic idea.
Yes.
So, exactly. And see, my advice will be to say, listed no me here school district, me here this down this amount in monthly payment. List the 5 things that you want and target to get 3.
Yes.
What mean you move 3 at? You're okay because you're not going to get all 5 unless you've got Lejean, as you call it. Yes.
And I bring bibia perfect.
Yes.
Yes, so dear. Munya menya wadwe so benya bibia perfect.
Exactly.
Ideally.
Yes.
Unya emu bebrea.
Yes.
Priority unya mu bebrea. Na wafa ne sa na ne aka no. Wa fight for.
Yes, because I tell people, say, you crawl before you stand, before you walk.
Yes.
Your first house is not your permanent house.
Yes.
It's not your forever house. Toby be out the beshasi.
Yeah.
Dachi no atom. Waju equity. Waji sikana wum akoto the house that you ideally want.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but the problem that I find is, say, people want to get to Exodus before Genesis. You got to go in order.
Yeah.
Okay. Until we be person bisa question be say ukoto dan no. Van say me question pressure ayira me kakra. Ebi asika say na wo say odi koshim. But dan no ko bisa ne bo no ye say say. Na me nso bi a wo me mu say me pedan bi a 3 bedrooms me a bathroom wo every floor. But me nya ne sa intine say me nka me kasa bo nche tim na me mfa ne sa.
And it depend on you.
Yeah, my member mu kakra so say ha na no o can say ideally.
Yes.
So what you say? We na ukuteska unim amount of money I will earn.
Okay.
Unim ska wo je no. At the end of a juma wo ye. So what you say? Nti say we wadwene mu priority no also per 5 bedrooms. We see council. Na make out ma say. Enu nche say chinchina ana o kan no ye chase free school crash chase free class 1. Yakwa class 2 3 4. So say enu nyina ka ho eye ekwan a nipa bebre intimi ntodan because obi a person okokese mu preko.
Yes.
So what I say na one secondary school either go university.
Until we see a catchy quote according to this.
What in America na say. It will say be
time is right.
Because
Yes.
1 bedroom kra na ho beso a eye wo dia. E bedroom be a usika no be koso kakra na obetimi ato 2 bedrooms. O ton a o be say nyamfaso.
E wo so.
E wo na ekuta ho no so. So what in America na say. Enti ha no ana ya na ye ntiase aso ye nyina no enye nipa baako meme sa na medwene se me kopa ade a me pe ade a ye big ne preko
so tiase Once on
Muslim you could pay the preco. What in America? And you say not before crowd. That is idea we desire.
Because me and cry no say me experience be say bitimi come madam for be fear na say me call e be a sorry cry no be a call be fear say we dey ni fear dey. Enye easy crowd. This is my dream house.
Say that what in America.
You have that in mind.
Yes, obi ideal no. Also no be opekese chance but we anya and ono ko nya onya no. So what I say? Also nya utimi no.
Nipa me hu ni dan eye me fe quite recently no. Before me call ni fear no na entisa. But say we graduate akoto bigger.
Yes. San okay ideally. Nature say no o fear for.
Yes.
For some time.
Yes.
What I say, a do baby or betting I no and move on. So I say to women in advice the my.
Okay.
So I say Kakrebia will be an Kakrebia Hobesubiano. Once a year wow they go in for.
Okay.
What in American I say a but will be our priority.
Okay.
We also on person move from heart to heart. Or per se oh yes I tell you about tenacity. Obe save you, obe prepare, I know obe pledge my papa. Na nisika kosra wakono bumpreko eyo bia ene ne die but if I said the normal way no I be boy ideally no
okay and my question ba concern say yes said down payment no so umfan say dan no ye 200,000 yes 3% na ye minimum a wetin dey to ase na bia me go bear 50,000 and person dey to ase I no e be boa me in what way
e be boa in monthly payment no e so better.
Okay.
But unless say a 20% now would it was here and say by that much.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So better dear, but ain't yet that much. Unya bro 20% now be who significant change.
Oh.
It is all the 3 to 5% difference in share than much.
Okay.
3 to 10% a significant, but 3 to 20 a big difference. It's all is the percentage that would be betwasi.
Okay.
And credit score.
Okay.
The credit score was so na percentage no was so a dining board.
There's a man like be brave. So
yes, it's a lot of factors. Yes.
Because me kai say o ka bibi o say down payment no was so and me insurance ni free so. So what I say it say ekromo ayeti say $50 credit be yin bosomia iska. So what I say it ho na wo no nti no wo so ye yisuma yeah yento dan ni o ma afi no beto dan na asefo no say say ska wo ho a ukọ above 20 one na say at least 20 na ebe boa ama monthly no so say titi ha na ideally ni ye adwuma no so wo sa information we ho a obetimi akọ dan a obi say bia metua month 3,000 ba em say we be ska kese to ase ni ti no we go tia 3,000 a month na for one beso so for what you have because if you are ebusa na if you ebuso me hutu asen eno ne information ebusa e na nipa so de tua e so o metua 4,000 we dey bia me ntimi nko ho but e bia no de down payment ke tuwa bi ana to ase
na ne credit nye
what you say ebuso na so we scabi the account so me da hokwa buso me bank e ma sen 0.001 it is a wunim say o de call above 20 and I say at least 20 no kra na ebema 4,000 obi kaso tuan with the same area with the same bibia no untia that amount.
Yes.
Okay. Entina me so person bisa say e bia me pe because a dan no bia wokoto na onipa na estimate a dan na wo but on fact taxes ne insurance ne niam me hu ni say a dan no me after me to dan no na me hu say o say insurance taxes ni ade no mum ne ma dan ne kosoro mo but oba actual the down no a price ni dia anka enye da high
yes.
Okay enti no me who said the meeting put question e cry because say mfanse okoto dan a taxes no because me who ni say county ene ayibia wo omo taxes say the omo si ye no baby wo kro omo say bia mfanse dan say me say PJ county no one
high.
Okay. Into such places o to dan a ne bo be den pa
taxes in be was so about mortgage payment I will principal, interest, taxes and insurance.
Okay.
PITI. Principal and interest no ensisada.
Okay.
Taxes and insurance.
Ensisada.
Taxes the cost now payments in the cost. Insurance in the cost now payments in the cost. Okay. And Arundel County in our area has the lowest property taxes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
It was a nice place.
A nice place. PG, you're very high. Baltimore County is not bad, okay. But Anne Arundel, is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Yes, for taxes.
Okay.
It's property tax or single family will Anne Arundel County probably umbejo 5,000. Would the bat PG at 10,000?
Wow.
Oh, wow. And now say you cry na was you
Yes.
places I would thought Diane and then fan say so who was Canada and I'll get me out to PG County fine. But one more so move and so Niska but up a nice place to live and I will see who places are in Timpacha will bet me can be actually places are property taxes not yet that high.
Okay.
But a nice place to raise a child and all
Okay.
those places.
Me personally, as a realtor, we're not supposed to say a high and nice, because there will some housing that you be. But me personally, Anne Arundel County, Odenton,
Okay.
me pe Odenton pa, Gambros, Metna, Hanover,
Okay.
nice. And nyoma ehia me as a mother, schools. So for me, no, and not like I look at say area near nice, schools near nice, and then I'm in mission.
Okay.
So it depends on the individual. But when it comes to property tax, Anne Arundel County has the low, and not Hagerstown. Hagerstown there is far, but almost the property tax, and so it's a little low. And and if it was an Edgewood area,
Okay.
so more Hartford County. Hartford County taxes you low. Abingdon, all those places.
Now, Ellicott City,
Hey, Howard.
almost so taxes.
It was
Oh, we can Hartford County.
Hartford Woho. Howard Woho.
Oh, okay.
Howard County
So,
taxes
I
were
say, Howard near Hartford, no, okay. Okay.
Hartford County taxes you low. Howard County high. Any PGI ko yinyano.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Different.
Yes.
I'm say mrane continue. Unse yenu aba wa bebo adwuma. Nti ese ya danase.
Oh.
Danase.
Ya danase pa na ye hwe na em say waka bibia ne sa. Nti ni information so ewo ho. Em say ye de bibia ato we ni so.
Ma me person obe cancel. Say e be ya. Obi wo ho a on de ontimi ready. Ana say e na kwadworo kra so be ready nti o kan no the opportunity in pacho say na say bia mpese me todan and I say me here bia me information about say me todan
Yeah, kwan be ne be fa.
kwan be ne metimi enyawa
Okay.
metimi aboa me.
The best way is send me a website, realtorabena.com.
Okay.
Ukokwa my phone number wo ho.
Okay.
IG so me also the handle of Abena Realtor. And Facebook or my phone number 240-593-7504. Text me, call me. It's me afa me fa man so am patcho me will be back.
Okay. And in person beside say how resourceful can you be to someone who want to buy a house like me obi ho to call all out so because me person me work for realtor obe selfish na e be a dine kra be a Danny come no to me say bibia say but obe bargaining with seller no affixing on ye intino how resourceful are you to your
Me personally,
customers?
I work for referrals. Me
Okay.
pese me ye mejuma ye to the point that you will refer me.
Okay.
Because the name of the game is referrals.
Okay.
It is my ye mejuma ya refer me.
Okay.
So I look out for my clients because when it comes to home purchasing or selling, and you will refer me. Because word of mouth is what will grow my business.
Yes.
So said to sell you a house, you move in, you have problems, it becomes my problem. Because my clients, I check on them to see how things are going.
Okay.
And if there's a problem, I find a way to kind of get it resolved.
Yes.
So when it comes to negotiating with the seller, in this market, there isn't much negotiation unless it's a dynat na watch it.
Oh, okay.
So if it's been on the market for a long time, you bet to me and negotiate it. But if it's 3 days on the market, for sure. So it all depends. So there's strategies and things that it depends on the individual. You bet to figure out. I mean, the first question I ask people and say, what is your bottom line? What is your true max? A different partner maximum me to mean Broadway, and then I work from there.
Okay.
A different area in Apesotena. Then we work from there, and then I send you to my loan officer. No, I process it. Be able to say yes, you can do this, you can do that. And we just start going from there.
Okay. Now, obi so perceive you obe realtor. And also, kwan be no obe fa so etimi aye realtor.
Okay, so to be a realtor, you have to take a class. It's a 60-hour class with the Maryland Board of Realtors. Or designated classes. So to me in online, or you can do it in person. I did mine in person because I'm not an online person. We'll take you class and we'll take you board exam.
Okay.
We'll take a board exam, we'll pass it, then you sign with the broker.
Okay.
You work under the broker. Like I work for Remax 100.
Oh, wow.
Maybe BI is under the broker Remax 100.
Okay.
Every realtor works under a broker. Only my boss.
Oh.
And so they pay us. They me a BI is under their name, and then they pay us and so forth. They do your trainings and so forth. So once you get licensed, you sign with the broker, then you start working.
And you know, realtor no so we are you every month na.
About your Debbie, a commission based one ton. Yes, that's why I work for referrals.
Hey, na friend say Korea one year adwuma da korokora na o ye wi. Na eno no how do you survive?
So say no o ka say first percentage na obeton no eno na wunya. Ebetimi so wo so ebetima boom. One time ebetima boom bebre. So what I say.
It's say you live on
management. Say na can it's a kroma de ni ekroma ya tie. Ni ba bebre adwuma nya baako.
Go me bisa a question wey because uka sa adwuma na obi nipa bebre ka so omo nye because I just say what ton dan fan say a whole year dan baako na obeton a eno na obe live on for.
The actual fact is that most realtors do not last more than 2 years in the profession because your fees are here.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's monthly fees here, annual fees here, your broker fees out here. Every realtor in the state of Maryland is spending at least $3,000 on fees alone, minimum.
Wow.
It is one time you're in the loss.
Okay.
So it really depends on the individual. That's why I push so heavily on referrals.
Yes.
Okay.
I have to do my job well to get referrals.
Okay.
So that's how it is.
Okay. Yeah, that was a pa. Then they will pour out so much information. Am I?
No, not.
Yeah, that's it. I feel so. Maybe it's never be for forever. Me afro. And we know you're ever ready to help us.
And that's the truth show. Yes, you hold the beer. It is a contacting. Yes, you be contacting. O person share rector bana. We see a so ubi huno. Those are the numbers in the BBA. The BBA to get but say wo hwehwe na hu a obi a okra fa so hwehwe na de e bia wo hwehwe na wa hu a wo contact ya ye be hwehwe na ma why
Intino na
em say your birthday mi nu wo ho
okay
anti em say birthday fiasapon e di ni birthday
birthday next Sunday
and birthday 7th of
7th
May
yes
the birthday ntino ye we say happy birthday and I'm say barikisu so na enra the birthday and 6th of May
okay
Saturday enra the birthday
we say me say next week name birthday
Debbie on Saturday and your birthday happy birthday fiasapon happy birthday barikisu the queen happy birthday and afi yendu kakra
okay
anti yebeko DP investment takrade hardwares and yakọ wasani ba herbal products ono so herbal medicine oya de pa na yakọ Six Beauty ono so pese wuyi uti ni nasefo a na yakọ Feed and Play ezo oduba ono so barbering shop so wo vacation oduba wo ba akra na pese utwa cut kakra eto prime ni so a edidi time kakra oduba a wo Feed and Play a ono so be na gwambe ono so osayare herbal ne physical nyina afu yenda ye engineer Nana Kwesi Maryland yeda nase Nana Kwesi yeda wasi engineer na ye IT ACN na Odilia ene Dixon Emmanuel Safo Cyrus Alobam Kwaku Prince Yao B ono so London yeda nase Abigail Sifa Esther Sifa Abuna Sika Anita Dennis New Jersey Roberta Usu Chao Ina Kofi Jehu McLean ono so ye fashionable G Bagels best teacher Obiya Calitres Chi Apikus Konkoma Killer Wafaki Sister Friye Officer 1 Wendy Shea Lois Sapon Laga Ohima Pep Boachi Ansa so, Pastor 1 Malik Professor Topman Phobia Maccabis Gift Teacher Monica Fameye Mrs. Irene Miami Wafayere Esu Same Japan Mata Sam Osu Kwadwo Ken Promise Kwadwo Usu Ghana Strongest aha na yi Crespo ye chia mu nyina Yakopon ka mu nyina mo onye obibia kese nti no
okay nti na ene enkomotwetwe na de baaye no aha na edc ye resource person so ne wa pour out so
wabajuma
ha nti de na wanti ase a o direct question ne de man na asa wo comment section na wo tro ho a ye be sa afre na ba na wa be kirekire mu yie pa na say ye ne contact info no waka afa say wo hwehwe na wo hu so na person contact ye ne de ma wa ye de be ma no wa frɛ no say ye hwe so na say wo so sa betena yi subiem desperation subiem na obesa kan yie na wo te ase a ye be sa de na ba nti no na aha ene na ye de nkomotwetwe de baaye no ebesinti. I will say happy birthday to myself. Many
happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's a net, you best say, Mama, bye.